Now we're going to talk about our pass blocking techniques. We're going to first start out with our drop back techniques. The first technique we'll look at is what we call our vertical set. And what a vertical set is for us, it's the tackle set versus an outside rush defender. Vertical set's technique used by the tackles. They'll kick back off their inside foot, kick and drag, and we want them to try to keep their shoulders as square as possible. So when they align in their proper pass pro demeanor, we want about 60% of their weight on their inside foot. They should be pushing off the inside big toe of their inside foot, 60% of their weight, so they can kick back off that backside leg. Now, it's imperative that they do everything possible to stay square as long as they can. Obviously, as they gain depth, and the ends coming out wide, they will eventually start opening their shoulders some so that they're going to be 45 to the defender. But by staying square, when that defender takes an inside move, they're in position to be able to close him down inside. And we're also in position to switch off twist, which we'll talk about later on. So our vertical set is a vertical set gaining some width. We don't want to slide out to the player. We want to gradually gain that width as we kick slide and get vertical. We can set out slightly to that defender. So let's take a look here at some vertical sets by some of these players of mine. Okay, the first one, both tackles here are taking vertical sets. Again, the tackle on the left's doing a good job. He's only gaining about a yard width. The tackle on the right is opening up a little sooner, but the type of player that he's going against is not a speed rusher, and he's turning, and so he's positioned to brace up. Again, the left tackle, that's more of a vertical depth set against a rush end, more of a heavy player on the right side, so his set and his shoulders are going to turn a bit quicker, but a really good set by this left tackle. The other thing you'll notice on these sets is watch the hands of the offensive player. So we're not going to just reach out and punch a defender. Most of the time, you're going to see the hands of the offensive lineman lift inside the defender, trying to get a grasp on him and then try to leverage him with bent elbows, and then we'll try to lock him out. But we're not going to just have our head back and have a straight punch on these guys. So again, nice set on the left side. That's more vertical, a little more vertical on the right side now. But both excellent. And then once contact's made, we want to do everything possible to try to create separation. But at the end of the day, the tackle's job on these vertical sets is they're going to set the pocket width. Okay, they want to hold the pocket width for us, and then we want to become physical and stay on our man once contact's made. So again, pretty good sets here. And this is against a very good defensive football team. So you're going to see them set back, keep their shoulders square, and then right before contact, they're getting their shoulders squared up to the defender. Another look here. Again, watch the defender on the right come underneath the tackle, and because that tackle's working to keep his shoulders square, and again, it's not going to be parallel with the line of scrimmage, but he's certainly not perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. And so he's in position to drop that inside foot on an inside move. Both of them are here, and then be able to flatten that player down to the inside. And that's what we want them. That's why we emphasize the staying square part of this is when that defender decides to come underneath, it's our job as tackles to flatten that pocket down to the inside, flatten that guy's rush down to the inside. Okay, pretty good job here. Again, once we get back and start getting to the depth of the quarterback, we talk about lagging. And what we mean by lagging is we're going to go now let that defender go by us. When we get to this depth here, okay, we know the quarterback's here and he can step up. And we get to this point, we don't want to keep coming so he can come underneath us here. We start getting to the depth of the quarterback, we start to lag and invite this guy to come around, because if they come around, the quarterback can step up. But if they come back underneath on us, then they flush our quarterback out of the pocket. So once you get to quarterback depth, you want to start lagging. Again, watch the hands, trying to place the hands inside to gain leverage and lift. Again, not just a straight punch, but the hands are lifting inside the defender. Okay, we've got vertical set on the right. Now the one on the left is gaining a little bit of width. We don't want him to gain quite that much width, but he's in great position to redirect. His shoulders are square. As you can see here, his shoulders are still square in the line of scrimmage. Defender decides to come up and under, and because he's square, he's able to flatten him down. Now, the tackle at the top is his rusher is straight on him coming outside, so now he's not going to gain any width at all. He's just going to set back slowly, invite that guy to the outside, and then lag. And let that guy beat him over the top. Okay, both rush ends, defensive ends here, and 4 eyes are coming to the outside of the tackles. Great hand placement by the right tackle. Watch his hands get inside and then lift. And now he controls the defender. Excellent job. Again, hand placement. Shoulders square, lift those hands inside. He misses initially. The right tackle here misses with his inside hand, but watch the combative move that he makes here against the defender. He's getting long-armed, and so the move we try to make is to club that arm off. And once he clubs that arm off, that guy has no balance and he's down on the ground. Tackle on the left does a pretty good job here of getting his hands inside, setting down, and stopping that rush. And again, the whole key with these vertical sets and when we're taking on these defensive ends is you want to stop their first move and make them start over. And once you do that, you're probably going to get a win. Nice vertical set again by the left tackle. Again, we're not gaining a bunch of width. We're trying not to set out as far, a little bit more athletic on that side. The right tackle's opening up a little bit, but he knows the depth of the quarterback. And again, he's lagging right here. He's lagging. That guy cannot come back underneath on him, and so he knows he's going to win by forcing that guy to go high and up the field. Okay, again, nice vertical sets here. Hands tighten inside. Keeping that pocket width. Nice width on the pocket by these guys. Hands are inside on the defenders. Good sets. Okay, good vertical set again. Tackle staying square. He's square. The guy wants to dance on him. Isn't going to work. Left tackle knows where he can get beat, which is over the top here, so the quarterback can step up. Both pretty good pass sets. Same thing again. Watch the hands of the right tackle. Inside. Inside. That's where your strength's at. Left tackle. Got to work to get his hands even tighter, but good pocket width. Again, when they're in their stance, we would like them to be balanced, okay? 60% of the weight in on this foot, only 40% on this one. The majority of that weight's on that inside toe so that he can push, kick with the outside foot, drag the inside foot, pushing with that big toe. Pretty good set. Good, they're good balance here, square the line of scrimmage. We don't want them really cocked at the line. He's setting out a little bit on the right side and left side, no more than about a yard max. And then the defender turns to close the edge, hands tighten inside, and let him win on the outside. Run him by. Excellent pocket width. Same thing again. They're doing a great job here setting that pocket width, giving that quarterback a nice pocket so he can step up. No pressure at all from the outside edges. Excellent technique. Hands tighten inside. Good footwork. Shoulders square till the end. Right tackle. Again, good vertical set, not sliding way out. Being patient. Even when he's trying to use his hands here, he's not leaning. And so when that guy tries that arm over move, he's in good position. to replace his hand. He gets it slapped, he replaces it, puts it back on him, lets the guy run around the back outside edge. Excellent technique. Watch the hands of the right tackle here. Great job getting him inside, keeping his chest back, eyes up. Left tackle's in good shape here. Opens the gate just a little bit, but the guy's really, really wide rush, so we're going to have to run him by. He does not do a good job of lagging here, though. This tackle, when he gets to this position, he wants to be sitting here, so this guy only wants to go one direction around him. So get the quarterback depth, lag, force the defender to rush the outside. Our next set is our shoe set. And a shoe set for us is when the defender, like a defensive tackle, a shoe set mainly is used with our center and our guards. It's when the defensive tackle or the nose is head up on you, okay? And so all we're going to do is pick up our feet and put them back down. We're going to set with our inside foot, pick it up, put it down, outside foot, pick it up, put it down. We want our feet to be parallel with their feet. They're already aligned on us. We don't know which way they're going to go. We're in position to handle the bull rush, so we call that a shoe set. We're going to set our shoes to their shoes. And generally it happens with our tackles when they got head-up techniques, or if we're playing an odd defense and we have a nose on our center. So here's a look here at some shoe set techniques. Here's our center on the first one. He's got a head-up nose. Pick them up, put them down, hands tighten inside, butt down, lock out. Excellent job there. Again, we're going to match our feet to their feet, and then we're going to dance. Okay, here's an example now of a guard and a run-through linebacker. We're still taking a shoe set on him. Pick him up, put him down, take the guy on square. We're going to be the more physical player, particularly if it's a linebacker coming through there. Nice thing about a shoe set is we can stop their first move, okay, if they want to be physical and come straight down the middle of us, and we can make them start over. And when that happens, we feel we should win every time. Great job moving his feet, running the guy around. So it can happen against the nose, it can happen against the linebacker or the guard. Here's an example of the tighter technique. On the guard, picks him up, puts him down, takes him on square. We know this guy's going to be a two-gap player. Nice job setting his shoes on the defender's shoes. Same thing on the other side. The left guard's doing the same thing. Shoe setting that guy straight up. And again, when we play a guy that's going to play us head up and he's going to two-gap us, we feel that we should win that battle every time. Shoe set by the right tackle here. Guy's just a shade inside, but he's coming straight down the middle of us. Pick him up, put him down. Inside foot first, outside foot. Hands tighten inside. And you should be able to stop the bull rush. Now we got the right guard. Okay, pick him up, put him down. Pick him up, put him down. Cover that guy's feet up. Hands tighten inside. Get your butt down. And you're in good position there. Excellent. Shoe set again by the center. Again, pick him up, put him down, cover up his feet, hands tighten inside. Even though the guy tries to push his helmet off and get a penalty on the defense here, our center's doing a great job of inside hand leverage and has a nice set on that guy and good results. Okay, left guard, tight technique, pick him up, put him down, has him covered up. Again, no pass rush when you do that. Excellent. Inside hands should be able to stop that rush. Okay, here's another tight technique. Now, I'm not excited about the hands of the guard here. We'd like to have the hands tighter, but he's covering up the guy's feet. Inside feet, outside feet, straight down the middle. If we get our hands inside, we're going to win this battle. Good job getting some help from the center, but our hands are inside. Good shoe set. Same thing again here. Tight technique. Pick him up, put him down. Cover up his feet. Hands here are really tight now. This is a great job by this guard, getting his hands in there tight. Nice set. No penetration whatsoever. Shuts down the rush. Our next set we're going to talk about is our power set. And our power set is the set that we use versus an inside technique. So our guards, if they have an inside shade or if they have to set to the shaded nose, will aggressively set to the inside. Now, we want to come down and stop penetration, so we're trying to get our feet down inside on this guy. If he's getting some upfield penetration, we will drop that inside foot a little bit and try to flatten him down to the other side of the next offensive player. Most times that we have a shade in there, we're going to get some center help. But if it's a slide protection or the center has to bail out of there and we have to power set that guy, then we're going to be one-on-one with him. So it's our technique, our power sets technique versus a inside shade. Let's take a look here at some power sets. First one here is our right guard. He's got an inside shade, and so he's got to take away that gap. Center is working away from him. And so he is responsible for that A gap, gets his feet down inside, and then wants to try to make sure that that guy doesn't penetrate that A gap. And he does a nice job of doing that there and finishing. Again, inside shade. It's very close to a shoe set, but the guy has an inside shade, and he's responsible for that A gap by himself. So he sets down inside. Again, the guy tries to make even a heavier move in there. Center's doing a nice job of helping out in there, but the guard is responsible in a power set of taking away that A gap. Same thing again here. Does a nice job, shuffles his feet down inside, trying to get an inside-out relationship on this guy. It's going to be a little more difficult if this defensive lineman here is shading the center and he has to work away. Now you got to come down harder. Probably going to have to drop that inside foot, but that's all right because we're going to try to drive his ass and flatten him down to the inside. So good work here with his feet. Again, working to get inside out on this guy. Power setting, inside gap. Needs to get that outside hand to the inside of the defender and create separation. Inside shade on the guard here. He's responsible for that A gap. Step, step. Try to get down inside out on this defender. Hands inside. In pretty good position right here. Again, neutralizing his first move, forcing that defender to start over, and by that time the ball's going to be gone. So nice job on that power set. Okay, left guard here, got himself a shade on him. Sets inside, good job getting inside out. Hands tighten inside. Stop the first move, which he does. Neutralizes the defender and has to force that guy to start over. He's out of the play. Now it's a scramble, but if this is just a drop back and he's going to have to throw the ball, we have now neutralized that inside shade, and he's not a factor in the pass rush. Great job by the left guard here. Inside shade, left guard again. Power sets to the inside, no center's working away. Again, problem with the outside hand, we'd rather have that inside. He's doing a nice job with his inside hand. He's getting it inside, but he wants to get both hands to the inside. But again, take away that A gap, flatten him down. Now, his foot comes back here, as you can see. That inside foot drops back. That's fine. That's not a problem, but we have to start flattening him down this direction when we do that. It's a misconception that you can never drop your inside foot when you're blocking in the interior line, but that's not true. You can't block that guy coming through the A gap with your inside foot up. You have no leverage. So if you get your feet over and get him covered up to inside out, you can stay square. But if he's starting to get any penetration at all, you got to drop that foot and flatten that guy down across the line of scrimmage. Okay, our next set is a soft kick. And for us, the soft kick is used by a guard when he has a 3 technique. Okay, so it's like a vertical set, but obviously we're not giving as much depth. So a soft kick for us is used versus a wide technique, and it's the offensive lineman will take a soft kick to his outside, then reset his feet. So it's kick set and then reset your feet. Very similar to the kick slide vertical set that we use, but again, it's only versus a wide technique. If it's a tight 3 technique, then we're probably going to shoe set them. But if it's a wide 3 technique, then we're going to soft kick. So let's take a look here at some soft kick techniques. Okay, if you watch the left guard here, he's got a wide 3, slides out, picks it up, puts it down, tight inside hand, flatten him down inside. Gets a little top heavy here, but he does a nice job initially with his feet on that soft kick. Okay, both guards here now are going to slide out the wide 3 techniques. Okay, watch the left guard here. He's kicking, soft kick, slides it out, sets the feet. Still wants 40% of or 60% of his weight on his inside foot. Does a nice job with his outside hand. He gets that outside hand inside. Now he's controlling that defender. Excellent job with his hands. The other side, we're not sliding out. Okay, he should be soft kicking out there. He's taking a false step before he kicks. So it's done correctly on the left side. It's not what we want to get done on the right side. We would want to slide, soft kick out with that outside foot. Now he does a nice job of still leveraging his defender and widening him, but we got to do a better job. Our next drop back technique and scheme is what we call our sift technique. Our next drop back technique and scheme is what we call our sift technique. And the sift technique for us is a triangle read with our guards and tackles versus an odd front. And what they're going to do is they're going to read 3 defenders as they kick back. They're going to read those 3 defenders and sift through the 2 most dangerous. So of the 3 that are on their side, wherever they go, they've got to block it inside out and take the 2 most dangerous. So if they happen to run a stunt where the end came here and the backer scraped, the guard would pick up the end, the tackle would pick up the scraped backer. If they brought a stunt where the end went for contain, the backer came inside and the other backer came inside, they would sift and pick it up inside out and leaving the outside defender. So however it falls, they're going to pick it up inside out on both sides. They're going to sift those 3 defenders and read it. Same thing on the other side here. If they're set, they're going to set back. He'll set back. And if they had a stunt like this where this backer came and they ran a cross plug, okay, they would sift and again take it inside out, block it like that, and let the outside defender come free. So let's take a look here at some sift techniques and watch these guys as they set back. So their first read is a triangle read, okay? And so these guys have this triangle, and these guys would have, there's another defender outside, that triangle. And so that's a triangle read. So as they sit back, heads on a swivel, they're reading it inside out, and then they look to help out. Okay, same thing here, triangle read. Got their triangle. On this side, there's not a triangle to read, so they're not using a triangle read. There's another defender out here, so now it's easier. Now it's a 2-man read. But if there's 3 in your area, then it's a triangle read. And that's what a sift is. So now they've only got 2 to the left side, and so their sift is simple now. It's just a 2-man read. Okay, triangle read here. If there's an outside defender to the outside over here, then that would be their triangle read to this side. If there's not, then they just have a two-man read. And they're reading inside out. And then look to help. Okay, triangle read again. Set back, center's locked on here, triangle here, and if there's not another defender out there and it's a stack look, their triangle will be on this side. So they'll both be checking that Mike backer if he's in the middle stack. And they're sifting the defense and picking it up as it falls. Okay, same thing again here now. There's only two defenders to this side, so that's an easy one. Over here, they have to sift it out. Okay, triangle read both sides. And now they're bluffing here, trying to bluff a little bit. But again, we know where the structure of the defense and where they're going to align. Even though he's on the line of scrimmage, all we do is we visualize him as being back here. And now that's the triangle read. On this side, he's locked. The triangle read would be the outside guy. Here would be those three. Now they have a twist involved here, and it's only a three-man rush. But again, we set back, sifting it out. In good position, nice pocket. The next technique that we're going to look at is our jam call, or our jam technique. And for us, jam means 5-on-5. Generally, it's used versus a double eagle look for us. We can also make it if backers walk up, we just want to say jam. Jam it's a call that puts our 5 linemen on 5 down defensive linemen. So we're not responsible for anything on the second level. We're going to take the 5 guys on the line of scrimmage 5-on-5. That's a jam call. Let's take a look at some jam technique. So here it is again. It looks like sift, but when we call jam, we're not reading these linebackers. We have running backs responsible for the inside backers. We're solely on the down defensive lineman on a jam call. So this is a set here on the jam call. Now, within this call, guards are using a soft kick. Tackles are using a vertical set, and the center's using a shoe set. But jam puts 5-on-5 across the front. Here's a jam call again. Back is responsible for the middle backer. So we're 5-on-5 on the down guys. All the other techniques are the same. We utilize the technique based upon the alignment, but jam puts our 5 on their 5. Our next technique that we're going to go over is what we call our jelly set. And a jelly set for us is really a 2-man read by an offensive tackle that we use in empty protection. And so when you have a dual read versus a possibility of a 6-man pressure, and let's say the offensive line is working to those 4, which leaves 2 defenders left on the left side on this particular look for the tackle, he's got to read 1 to 2. Well, this guy's on the line of scrimmage and he could be coming from depth. So we use the term jelly set, where he's setting back and he's reading it inside out. Okay, and so as he sets, he's actually reading it outside in, because as he sets and this guy comes, he will come back inside. You can't set inside first to a linebacker and then try to get back out to a defensive end. So he's going to set like he would on this defensive end with his eyes on this backer, because now he can just slide back inside and pick that guy up. So if the backer were to walk up on the line of scrimmage prior to the snap, now he could just set inside on that guy, but we want the outside most guy to be the one that comes free. So if the backer's off, he's going to jelly set back. He's going to set to the defensive end, but he's going to read the linebacker. And that's a jelly set. Let's take a look here at this clip of a jelly set. So now we've got the offensive line working this way. And so that leaves 2 defenders for this tackle. And so he's going to jelly set and read those 2 defenders. Excellent job. shoulders square, keeps the width of the D in. So he's not collapsing on the snap. If he collapses on the snap for this guy, he's shortening the edge for this guy. And so he wants to keep the width of the pocket as he sets and then react back to the inside, keeping the furthest defender from the quarterback. And then we're able to, on a six-man pressure here, or at least setting to a six-man, appearance of the six-man pressure, we're able to get the ball off in time when we do the jelly set properly. Excellent job.